Well, welcome everybody to our Monday night Titan Circle Forex Trading Study Group. My name is Dan Hansen. Today is well, I want to say November. Wow, that's crazy. September 15th. Well, thinking way too far in advance. So I hope you brought your questions. I have a few things we can go over. I was just playing around with making some templates and stuff. So if you're all free to open up your microphones and fire away. Nobody. Okay, cool. Then we can again mess with our settings.
Oh, I had to get settled. I
I'll get
wanted to.
settled. Go ahead, Bizzle, get settled. I'm actually working on changing some of my presets for my sessions because it's too big. I ran into a situation last night where somebody called for Miss Cyrus called for some tech support trying to figure out how to make more space on her limited window. Like if you have a 15-inch screen on your laptop, I find it's very challenging sometimes to see everything. Right now, I'm looking at mine on a 32-inch monitor, so I have a little bit more room. You can turn off some sessions and hide some things. You can also hide your indicator legends. So you can just get things out of your way. That's one thing. One way you can work with things. And I need to again fix my sessions. So that's what that's what I've been playing with. HF candles. We'll change those. Long back the screen. Red. I think. Okay, that's weird. Okay. All right. Well,
Okay. So now,
who's got the first question? Who's that?
that's me, Zelda.
Hi, Zelda. For some reason, I
Yeah.
lost everybody's pictures.
Um, I was looking to see. I know you did it last. I think you did it last Monday, but I still haven't been able to set my fib templates.
Fit template. Okay, cool. Would you like to share your screen well, I can walk you through it and you can do it from forever? I
I
know.
don't think so because I'm doing it from my tablet, but my screen is on my computer, and because
Gotcha.
my tablet won't, my laptop won't let me talk for whatever reason. I don't know.
Okay, cool. So, any particular fib you're looking for? Um,
Hold on. I did set up the pip for, I see, because you had like several, like
Several
your
fib.
long and your short, and then you had previous day. Did you have previous day or something like that?
This is my standard fib. This is with all the settings that G Money had. So these are the settings that I'm currently use. Um, and I've got my fib numbers set up. So do you have the settings, first of all, for the different levels for for your fibs?
Yeah, and I'm looking at yours, looking at mine. Okay, and that is for a
This is just a
that is
standard
for a
fib.
long.
Yeah. It just doesn't matter if it's long or short. This one's long because we are going from the swing low to swing high.
Yeah, and I'm got one on here. Let me move this out the way over. For whatever reason, though. Oh, okay. I think I made my too light.
Right. What I've done is I've gone into the color spectrums and I've made them as the darkest colors I could find, like the dark greens, the dark reds. So I use a gray background. Black is my standard for my regular fibs. You can change them whatever colors, but this is my generic fib, my all-purpose fib, I guess you can call it. And all you do is I think I'll be save this, but you just hit a save as. I'll just call this my general fib,
Oh, so what did I do?
or main. Yeah, yeah, you can call it whatever you want. You just go into click on template, save as. You can name it whatever you want to call it, main fib.
Oh, template save as. Okay, that's
Template
what it.
save as, correct. Then you just type in the template name and hit save, and it's there from now on. So it'll show up as main fib. And you can get rid of all kinds of. I have a full fib, which is a little different. Well, it's the
As.
same thing.
Okay, okay, there it was.
Yeah. So you can name your fibs
Let's
anything
see
you
your
want.
numbers again. Can you pull that over a little bit? I can't see your numbers.
All right, what I will do is I'll do one better than that. I will shorten, get rid of the extensions because you don't have to extend, you can just don't extend them and I can just slide them over like that. Can you read the
Yeah,
number now? I can make it bigger. You can actually adjust the font size of these fibs too, as well. So say you have the value and you got the font size.
yeah, I did.
I make it a little bigger if you're as nearsighted and as I am. I mess with them, so I can definitely save this fib again. I click create a template, made it a little larger, so I can just go to template, save as. So my main. What's the question? Hey, Miss Iris, how you doing?
Hey, oh, hey.
Okay,
All
so
right,
it's so
Susan Fisherman, Zelda. I'll come back to you, Miss Iris.
fix it.
But I know you had a question from last night, so let me just make sure everybody's muted so I can. We're all good to go. All right, Miss Zelda. So, do you have any other? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, hold on just a moment though. Let me do
Mhm.
something. I'm trying to do that and then see what you're looking at. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of that.
Oh,
Make sure
I
I
can
got
do
my
that
numbers
for you.
right.
I can do
Yeah.
that. I'll put it in the chat groups too. So let me
Oh, okay, cool.
open the chat panel. Let me take a screenshot um, and copy an image. See if it'll paste in our chat group.
Okay,
Boom.
but you took the extensions out of that one, right?
What's that?
You said you took the extensions out of that one.
I These are the extensions. The 618 is my highest extension that I use. But I normally so this is my entire fib. That's my full fib. Um, the one I use for pretty much everything. Pretty much. Not always, but sometimes. That's
Okay.
my go-to fib. So I put a copy in the Zoom chat. So if you want to download or whatever, I can also put them in our. I'll also put it in the study group chat. Boom.
Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it.
It's all
Yeah,
right.
I got it.
I'll share it around. Spread the
I
wealth.
did. Done deal.
So
Appreciate
that's
that.
yeah, you're welcome. So that's my overall fib. Then, as you said, I have another fib. I have several of them. My weekly fib. This is the one that I use when we are looking at doing our weekly low to high
Previous
uh,
week. Yeah.
previous week, previous week. Yeah, so you can set them up in, let's go to the weekly view. This is this week's candlestick, and we're already above the extensions. So this is a really challenging one. But yeah, here's our previous week.
Mm,
So I'll just slide it over. And all I did to slide it over like that is just I use the arrow keys on my keyboard. And you have the left, right, up, down arrow keys on your keyboard. You can actually, once you get these two little circles on your fib, you can just
right,
slide it left and right.
right.
So this fib is still good from the previous week. So actually, I may as well do the weekly. And same thing with the lines. I have a previous weekly high, and we can shift this down, hit the control key, and you can copy this line, bring it down to the bottom, and call that your previous weekly low. Same thing, same thing. So you create a template and you can just do a file, same thing, template save as. And again, just hit the control key at the same time, then drag your line or wherever you want to duplicate. And we can call this our previous weekly open. And like say, you can even save this template as previous weekly open. Boom, got another template. So you got templates for everything.
Okay.
So my weekly fib, what I did with my weekly fib is I took my general fib and I basically made dark grays for everything except for 236. I kept red. And I changed the background color, used one background color, and I chose like a charcoal color, or you can go. So what it does, it creates the background color like that, make it like that.
Mhm.
Turn 236, make it that nice deep red. Make the font size a little bigger so we can read it. Boom, there you go. And then I'll do the same thing. Since I like that fib, I'll do again template, save as, and call this my weekly fib and save it away. This one I'm replacing because I like it better. Simple, simple. And then you asked about the bullish one or bearish. It doesn't matter. You can do them
Mhm.
two ways. Put down to the 1 hour. Let's just use this 1 hour candlestick. Doesn't matter. So we can take this swing low to swing high. We're just going to take this. This is going to be our fib. From here to here, it's our 1 hour. And it's a bullish trend. And all I did again, same thing. I turned around, I changed the background color to the bluish, dark bluish color, changed the 236 to deep red. So, okay. And that's my bullish trend, my bullish fib.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to go slide over to this way so I can turn around and make it a little thinner. We don't need it as wide. And just double click, template save as. And we're going to call this my bullish one. Save. Yep. And since I never really made a bearish one, I will do it. And so we can take same principle applies. All you do is you take a fib from your high to your low. Whoops, wrong button. Ugh. I can't tell the difference between a position drawing and a fib. I think we all need a vacation. There we go. I'll just again take my low to high. I can do it down here. Same principle applies. We change the colors we want. I'm going to use the background color of all red. And then I'm going to, except for the 236, I'm going to make that blue. Dark blue color. Say okay. I can move this over again as well to wherever I want it. Come on, buddy. You know you want to. Same principle applies. Drag it over, make it as thin as you want. And then we're going to save this file, save template as. We'll call this bearish.
Dan, could you have just did a reversal on that?
You can, except for one thing. I don't recommend doing it because if you draw a fib in the other direction, it'll show up as reverse always. So if you, I can do it that way. I'll show you what'll happen.
No, you don't have to. I just wondered, was
Right,
it?
right. So what happens if you leave
I
that
know if you go
reverse
into
on?
in the menu, it has a reverse on there or something.
Right. And this one, like sometimes you can even leave off I don't need the price on. I can leave the price on. I can leave the price off. You can go down here and leave the
I
value.
love when you leave the price on.
Okay, there you go. As long as you like the prices on, I'll leave the prices on, but you don't have to. Um, some people don't use them.
I got to grow a little bit more.
Well, the challenge comes in when you get more like right now they're all bunched up, and
I will
which
tell you, I caught myself saving my template last night, and when I went back to my chart, I didn't have all that stuff I had on there.
oh,
I don't know where it went.
right. So I tend I sometimes will leave the um prices off, except for the weekly one. And the reason why I do that is because I just want to have a cleaner chart. So I'll just leave them off. And if I want to find out what the prices are, I just turn them back on and I get my entries. And same thing. Now we got this nice impulse up. We're tracking this one. We took our high to here, so we took this swing, low to swing high. You can take any low. You could even take this low if you wanted to, or this low. Either one. Either one of these two candlesticks would work. I just chose the bullish impulse, which pretty much ended up here with that second bearish candlestick. So that's my high. Fibbed it, came back, never came back, and did touch the 236 on the second candlestick, and never came back and looked at it again. See how it retested the previous weekly high and never came back to retest the 236 or anything like that. But if you push your fib up, now we got a higher high because that candlestick is closed. Now we can say, oh yeah, we've hit the 236 several times. It's rejected. We'll continue going above the zero. That's the only time you move your fib. If you decide to, if you choose this impulse from low to high, I chose this high since why not? We're working with it. This candlestick is closed. We can work with it either direction. It doesn't matter. So if you leave it down here, it's still a valid one because it has not come back to fully test the um the 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 236. We're cool with that. We can leave it there. This could be where the retest comes back, but we might be done with it. I hit it once, which was the previous weekly high. Bang. We may not come back and visit it.
So Dan, I got a question. So
Mhm.
are you fibbing the hour or the 4 hour?
This one's on the hour. The 4 hour, I did there's my weekly
Okay.
candlestick.
And then you fib the hour.
Right, and I just went and fibbed the hour. Right.
Okay. And you don't really move that zero until till it passed the
Until it passes the negative 018 or the negative 272.
okay.
Right. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm basically fibbing basically this rally-based rally up. I could even put my zero here, or the one right at the bottom of this candlestick, and just fib these two candlesticks on a 4 hour. That's viable as well because when we go down to the 1 hour, I like that. I like that high. So we got the two candlesticks. We go down to the 1 hour. It's just these four right here. Pretty much the same thing.
So when you're looking at the levels, are you looking more at the 4 hour or the 1 hour?
Oh, once I've done my weekly in 1 hour, I'm done.
Right. But when you're looking at to take a trade,
All right.
right?
So when I look to take a
Which one are
trade,
you
I know
basing it on?
what's that?
Which fib are you basing that trade on?
Ha ha ha. Neither at the moment. I'll show you
Just say
why.
if you were to take a trade.
If I were to take a trade, I'd first of all wait for the retest of the previous weekly. Um, well, it hit the previous weekly high. It already hit the 236 here and made the zero here. And so like I said, the second candlestick it already hit. So if you took your entry and take it to from the 236 to the extensions, it's good. But right now, just going zone to zone. I'll show you something really cool. I showed this to Miss Iris last night, and this was interesting. Just say if you caught the 236 and took it up to the zero, that's almost 12 pips. That's 120 pips right there, almost $12. So, that's a good trade. Will it continue going to the negative 018? We don't know. So TP1 would be my zero. The negative 18 would be the TP2 and TP3, so forth and so on. Yeah.
Okay.
And if I did my trade, if I was just working on those, my first entry would have been the 236. I would put my position here, set my stop loss probably just around the 50 here. That's a long one. And then I would have taken it to I'm going to set this one to the extensions. This may work, it may not. I have a feeling during the London session, we're going to come back and fill in this gap right here. I'm not a huge fan of fair value gaps, but it ends up at the 382.
Yeah, that was my next question, the fair value gap, because I thought it was kind of looking like it was gonna, because it was bearish on momentum. And so in my brain, I was thinking that it was gonna try to at least cover 50% of that fair value gap.
And now I'll show you how I play
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so I made a template for this as well. So I have a fair value gap template. We are on the 1 hour, so I don't have to change anything. My text style, I can make black. I think my midline, I'll make black as well. Make it a little thicker. They're dashed. File, save as, save template as. Because I want to save it. And there's my fair value gap template. So I'd be looking to come back to the 50 of the
Right.
fair value gap. So right now my stop loss is just below the fair value gap. So when I trade the fib, I give myself two zones below.
Two
And
zo- okay.
right. So my stop loss one would be at the 382. I come back, I set an alarm, double check it, see where price is at. If it closes below the 382, I might close my position. You know what I'm saying?
So you say you go two below, so wouldn't that be the
So here's at the 236 is my entry. So my stop
okay.
loss is just below the 50.
But you said if it go below the 382, you might just say, you know what, call it Christmas.
I might call it Christmas, right? Might call it Christmas.
Golly, Chris.
But so I would have a trade there, and I would be having that alarm in the fair value gap. We have another one down here at the negative 618.
Right.
So I have a tendency to do multiple trades. I'll put an entry pebble there. Oh, I did two of them at one time. I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay because I'm going to tank you. And where did I see you? Right here. And right here. There. Boom. There's another fair value gap just below the
Right.
6 months. So I'd have another trade number two. I'd have a position set up, same stop loss, same take profit. See how it's now below the 618. So if it does come and catch my 50, which is going to be my third entry, I'll take a minor stop loss, a minor loss if I close this position out, or even if it does not close in profit, I might move it up to closer to the bottom of that fair value gap.
Now you kind of lost me a little bit now. I see the first one, but you're now talking about the one on the bottom. So your entry
So
wouldn't
now I'm making the second
bottom,
trade. So I made another fair value gap down here. There's another
right?
one down here, which is just below the 618.
Right.
So if this doesn't happen tonight overnight, and we don't get a retracement down to past this fair value gap, and it continues to go up,
Mm-hmm.
then all this stuff is for for nothing right now. But the London session can come along and bring price back down to these other levels.
Right.
That's right.
So,
So even if this first trade, I just set this up overnight, and I'll set up trade number 3. Same thing. I'll set one at the 618.
mm,
Take profit at the same 272 zone. And this way, if trade 1 stops out, this one will kick in.
Mm.
And if it doesn't get past the 618, yeah, I can turn around. And even if this one loses, so I lose a little bit, you know,
oh, so you're not taking, you're waiting for buys. You're not going to take
I'm waiting for
out the
buys.
fair value gap, and then
Yeah, I'm not trading I'm not trading from level to level. This is what I was trying to tell Miss Iris last night about having the patience to wait for a trade.
mm,
That's why I never trade this time frame. I trade the 5 minute. Once I get all that craziness set up, I
mm-hmm,
come down to my 5 minute time frame. This is pretty much where I live, in the 5 minute zone.
right.
Notice how once we got that impulse up, it really has been traveling sideways since this
Yeah,
morning. You
right,
know,
yeah.
it's not going anywhere. So right now, it looks like it's going to stall. And tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m., we have retail sales. So my guess tonight is that we're going to may continue to go up a little higher in anticipation of retail sales in the morning. However, I believe the London session is going to bring us down to at least this level. So we got this support and resistance zone right here.
Okay.
And this is the support and resistance. Look at how many support and
You
resistance.
mean like a zone or a line? Maybe because I
It's
don't
a
see
line. It's line.
it.
Trust me, I'm going to make it so you can see it a little better. So
Okay.
I call it a byline. Um, but you can call it whatever you want. You can change the colors so you can see what it contrasting to whatever color you're using.
Mhm.
Um, I want to say like it could be a warning. I can make it purple. I'll make it thick so you can see it, and we can call this area of interest or support and resistance on the 5 minute.
So
You know
you
what?
just got a couple of scenarios then, because
Yeah, quite a few scenarios.
yeah, because I thought usually if it come to the 50%, it will buy. I mean, it will go back. It will buy.
9 times out of 10, if it hits the 50% of the fair value gap, because that's the first level of resistance support it's going to hit.
Right.
It's possible that it could bounce off, but never forget, it could also come in to the rear wall of a fair value gap.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get the fair value gap? Okay, I missed that one. What is the fair value gap?
All right. Fair value gap, and like I said, I don't play with them I do know a lot about them. I use them a lot. So if you see these 3 candlesticks, these 3 bullish candlesticks here,
Yes.
these last 3. So you see where this wick ended here, this wick ended up here, and this wick came down to here. So this
Okay.
candlestick has a lot of buyers still in the zone.
Oh, okay.
But a fair value gap, it's another level of equilibrium. You could look at it that way. Fair value means that buyers and sellers agree that that's an area that they agreed on price. Another way of looking at it. And then down
And
here,
nobody's tapped into that yet, right?
it wicked off the top, but it hadn't
Uh-huh.
done anything since. And not only
Okay.
that, we're playing off this crazy BEC right now on the 1 hour. This is one BEC. And notice you don't need, I see these things in my sleep. I could put the indicator on, but there's my ETM demand zone. It's a 1 hour BEC.
And why would you do a BEC opposed to just do a demand zone with that black candle right before the white one? Or could you, or is it,
You mean this one?
yeah,
Yeah,
Because
do it
that's not the definition of the candlestick pattern. The candlestick pattern is a BEC. I put it that way because I know that that's um, a true equilibrium zone based on the ETM strategy, which I use quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah,
And
because I
notice
guess that's
how,
the issue. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, being that that black candle is the latest candle, it's just more of a demand zone than a.
so here's how this plays out. So here we go. So here's our entry zone. So if you put in a
yeah.
buy,
When you call that a rally-based rally, though, you don't?
no,
I
a
mean,
rally-based
drop-based
rally
drop. I
is
mean, a
this is a
drop-based drop.
rally-based rally, but it's ugly. Where you have a
Yeah,
big bullish candlestick, a bearish candlestick, followed by another longer bullish candlestick.
right. I
So
mean, the drop-based drop over there, what she was talking about. That's not a drop-based drop,
this,
where you said the
Right.
BEC and then the next one.
yes. However, and this is where so it's a drop-based drop that flipped. It flipped because the bullish candle went through it and closed above it. So basically, this drop-based drop turned into a demand BEC when price got above both of these two candlesticks. It turned that drop-based drop into a demand BEC.
But you said the candle before it was the BEC.
This is right. This is the engulfing candlestick,
Right.
and this first one is the brother engulfing candlestick.
Candle. Oh, right. Oh, I'm losing my thing. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yes. Correct. That is confusing. And like here we look at this. We have this supply BEC right just before it. Price failed to go down. It came back and tried it again with another drop-based drop. So the only way we can get through these zones below here is have some more big drop-based drops. And they have to be big. Big moves.
Yeah.
They can't be small, they gotta be huge.
So basically, the fair value gap is the candlestick that has not been touched at that
Well,
in between.
it hasn't been closed out. So in
Hasn't
other
been
words,
closed out. Okay.
they call them lots, order lots, are in this zone. So there are buyers and sellers in here. We don't know who's going to take control of it at this point.
Right.
We know that at this point, there were some buyers at the top to say, hey, we like it here. Stay out of here. Don't come in. We're well fortified. Let's see how price is trying
Why
to
they went
break.
through all that because that's considered consolidation at some point in there.
Right now, all this is consolidation.
Right. So after that fair value gap, it went into consolidation because, like you said, no negotiation. They were negotiating down here, but nothing happened. So they
Right.
came
That's
up
right.
here and then they did the consolidation.
Well, right. So
Uh,
what it's trying to do is build enough momentum to break through it.
oh, okay. I got that. Okay.
That's how I look at consolidation.
Right.
And right now that 1 hour BEC is holding price at a nice level. Just simple things like that. And so, and at the 236, so it touched it once, it just kissed it, and that's the hourly one. I just kissed it and never came back.
Right.
But look at what we got here. This is what's important. This is what people tend to forget. These support and resistance level are basically like the bottoms of the white and the black candlestick, or the tops of this. So this is a support and resistance level.
Mm-hmm.
This is another support and resistance level.
Mm-hmm.
That's the range that we're playing in right now. So this candlestick is in control of the market at the moment.
Okay. So would you trade that range, or are you, because
I'm waiting. If I'm going to do that, I'm waiting for price to. Now I'm waiting for price to do this. I'm waiting for price to reject off that and get my take my stop loss just below this candlestick. So that's a low that it has to break. And then I would put my entry at the top. So we're right there. So I'm in the market pretty much right now. I take my stop, I get into the extensions. I can take it to 272. So that's a 4-to-1 trade, or you can make it a 3-to-1 trade if you want to do it that way. Somewhere like that. That's a 3-to-1 trade.
Or the top of that wick.
You could trade, yeah, top of that wick. That's another good level. That's a 2-to-1 trade.
Yeah, because
yeah.
you don't really know if that's my problem. It's like in no man's land right now. So
Mhm.
I'm a little, I don't know where it's going to buy because, I can't look left at nothing.
Well, you don't need to look left, because there's really not much left of price, period. Because right
Yeah.
now we're at all-time highs, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah. So
I
there's
don't think
nothing
it's
left anyways.
really.
So
Yeah.
to buy, how would
Well,
you
I
know?
can't say that.
Oh,
The only left areas are everything down below price.
Yeah. It's not a buy yet. Yeah. You
It's
gotta
not,
wait.
yeah. It's trying to
yeah.
break through that zone and
Mhm.
it may break through. So that's when you go to the 5-minute time frame. And this is a good look at that. Seeing the 5-minute, how different it looks. Now we can turn on our
S S
this
S
one.
SMTs, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
now it's got in the neutral in
So
between.
now it's got bearish momentum.
Yeah.
Right. And so,
However, the point that I make, and I'm going to make, is these 23 levels. You see how they're right here at that one? That's look at all that support and resistance there.
right.
And it may have bullish structure, and that's
Right.
basically on the 52.
Right.
So I was taking the 52. Right now, the only thing that's bearish is momentum.
Right.
However, it's so sideways. So when these pass here and here and here, I'm not going to look for sells until it gets below this
Okay.
36.76.
Right.
And we
Right.
take it to the other, like the 78% or the other 23%, as y'all call it, or to the fair value gap
To
mid
fair value gap, exactly.
percent.
Right. So I'd be looking for a price to break below this 36.76.
Right.
If I'm looking for sells, this is what I'd be looking for. This is another cool feature. I don't know if you knew this, but you can actually reverse your trades. Let's see, where is it at? Price. That's not what I want. I know we can reverse it. Oh, right click, reverse. There you go. So you can reverse the trade. So if I'm looking for the sells, I'd be looking for sells below
Oh, that's
this.
cool.
A close below that 23%.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, that's
We'll take it
cool.
to the mid fair value gap
I'd either take it to the
other
middle of the fair value gap.
or the other.
Right.
Okay.
But see, we're so close. We got all the support and resistance here. And this is where it gets trading gets to be
Mm-hmm.
really test your patience.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I noticed last night is that 23% line on either the top or the bottom are very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
If this 52 does not go below the 23 point, I'm still in the market for buys.
Say
The
that
Mm-hmm.
again.
only, what's that?
Say that again.
So I want, if this green midpoint never goes below the 23% line,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be looking for buys to continue going into the upside.
You would be looking for buys because you would say that it would not close below that 23%.
Correct. That happened last night. We were looking at it, and like, in fact, I'll backtrack. Let me just go to my boom, 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 boom.
Mm.
Let me hide all these couple things.
I guess sometimes when the price is steady moving, my brain don't know just yet whether the midline is gonna go down or whether it's gonna go up. Do y'all have?
Well,
I guess that's when you look at in the SMT box at that point, because it says it has 10 more bars in 50
Right.
minutes.
So is it gonna
hold,
shift
hold
down
on to
or
that thought
shift
too,
up?
because the 10 bars we're talking about is down here.
Right,
Right,
That's on the 204 box.
right,
right.
So in 10 minutes, we're going to see a shift. The midpoint of the 204 box is going to shift up to this level.
right.
So I've always done this in the past. Let me hide some of these other things. Let me hide, we don't need this. So, whoops. We can get rid of this. We don't need that for right now. So let me just say, all right, so here what I've done is you can take this and take a rectangle box, this simple rectangle box, and draw it from the low to high. That's your my 20 pip. There's my, I call it my 20 pip rule, but I'm going to change it to something else. My 20 pip, I was supposed to do something else, but it's fine. I just like the style. It'll work. Midline, gonna leave that purple. Background, we're gonna make, let's make it dark blue because we're bullish. Make this purple darker, thicker, and so, okay, all right. We don't need the orange outline. Border. Okay, we don't, all right, cool. So this whole line, this here, oh,
Mhm.
middle line is not dark enough. I need to go black. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So this is the midpoint line. So this is that 204 box. So when this price goes up, it's going to push up to this next bottom of this candlestick. And the midpoint is still at that support and resistance line that I drew, which we can get rid of that. And then after it passes this, it's going to move up to this level. And each box works the same way.
So is that moving up on the bottom? The top is moving up too, or?
The top is not going to move down until it gets past this candlestick here. So in other words, until it gets past this candlestick here, price, so that's more than 200, it's almost 200 candlesticks back before it changes again. So once it gets past this candlestick will next be in control. The bottom wicks of each of these levels will become the floor of the 204 box. Same goes with the 17s and the 52 box. Same thing. So right now, the 17 box is so sideways. Look at this craziness. It's just sideways. It's not going anywhere
Right.
for quite a while. And neither is the 204 box. So as the other one slides up to this, probably when it gets to this candlestick, we'll see that shift of momentum back to the upside. We could. And right now it's trying to break down and get below that 23% line. It's trying to trade a drop-based drop, even on the 5-minute. And so the momentum's showing bearish, but it doesn't have, I think it doesn't have the legs to keep going below the previous weekly high yet.
Of the and you say that
Because the midpoint lines are both above the 23% line.
Okay.
Until I get a break and close below that 23% line, literally a full break and close. So we got to break these lows here, these candlesticks. It's got to get, so in other words, what's going to happen is the structure of if the momentum's strong enough, we want the structure to become bearish.
Right.
So it
And
has to
if
have
it fails to go bearish,
yeah, it has to
there's
have a
not enough
big
momentum.
drop before it could do that, right? It's
Correct.
gonna have to have a strong drop before it could do that.
No, but it just has to get that break. It just has to have, mom has to be helping out. Right now, dad, structure is still pushing up.
Right.
There's too much
So
pressure.
the 17 box has to have a very strong push down before
Correct. Mhm.
before, right, before
Right,
it
so it's
could.
got to break the low of this candlestick of this
Well, it's
52.
almost there though. I
Almost only
mean,
counts in
not
horseshoes and
scrolling,
hand
almost
grenades.
So
there.
pretty
But you
much
say
you on
almost
wait
on.
mode.
Yeah, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
So you on wait mode, like you on just chill mode until it
I'm in
closes
chill mode,
below.
man. I'm playing music. I'm having a soft drink. I'm having patience
Just to see
because
whether or
right
not it's
now,
gonna close below that 23%, or or it may hit off the 23% and go the other way.
yep, I can do that. Yep,
Yeah,
because then I would be looking for the buy
At
going from this purple line of the 17 box going up. There, now I
oh,
got a
so-
break below.
but it ain't close.
It didn't close yet. Oh, hang on. Now we're see,
Oh, uh-oh.
that's what the push. See, that's the push I've been looking for. If it's going to continue to go, because
So
then what I
that
would
one,
you
do,
got three
it's
minutes. You
probably
got three
gonna hit
minutes
that,
on that. Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
probably gonna hit that fair value gap before you know it.
oh yeah, it see already hit the previous weekly high, so we tested it again. That's two tests. Boom. So we got to hit twice. So now it's got to break and close below that. Next candlestick has to keep. We got to. It's trying. Does it have enough push to get below that?
Below with what?
And then you got a drop base drop there that's helping to
Correct.
push down.
Right.
Below
Right
the
now, this drop base drop. We got two drop base drops. We passed this low, but look at the wick.
Yeah, it's retracing. It's going
And it
back
hit
up.
the previous weekly. It hit the same level as this. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
So we got to break that level, that previous weekly high, for it to continue going down. And still the momentum of the 17 box is still showing bearish.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, the 52 box is still showing bullish.
That's bullish.
So you saying
It wouldn't change until that green box is below the 50, right? That green
Of the
box,
204 box.
204 box, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
so
And
you saying that if
So
it
that's caution.
if it closed below the 23%, but not below the past weekly high, you still wouldn't take the sell
I still wouldn't take the trade yet. No.
until it
No.
closes below the
Go
past
to
weekly
previous weekly
high.
high. Mhm.
Okay.
Come back and retest,
Then
I
I'd be
guess.
coming back and looking for this rally base rally,
Mm.
which is right where my little
But that's
that's
that
where
fair
the
value
204
gap
box will
right there,
eventually
right?
be. At some point, the 204 box will be here. So either price comes to meet the equilibrium or equilibrium comes up to meet price. That's
Hmm.
what these midpoint lines are.
Girl,
Either
go to sleep.
what's
Hmm.
that?
I said, go to sleep.
That's what I do. That's one of the
You
reasons
know,
why I don't trade the Asian session, but it is a fun session to learn on because it's slow. If you want to
Yeah.
have patience, you trade the
Oh, look
Asian
how it drew
session.
back up. Look how it drew back up. Look at that.
Yeah, see, it
So
went down.
did you
It
put your
did.
pendants on that fair value gap or not?
I didn't put so on the 1 hour. Looking at my 1 hour candlestick. Let's go back. Where are we at on 1 hour? Let's put my drawings back on. That's my long position. So rectangles, they're still there. There's my fair value gap is way down here. Where's the one that was up here?
Got one up there too.
I know
That's
I'm missing one rectangle. Where did it go?
right,
Oh, here it is. There it is.
right.
So see how it worked off it twice?
Yeah.
mhm.
And it still never got below the 23% line on the 5 minute. That's what these
So
black lines are.
it's holding it up.
And
Yeah.
it's
So,
weekly.
yeah.
And it did not break the BEC. It tested it, but it didn't break below it. And see how that one BEC is still holding price at bay. It
So
just so the 236, it wicked in, hit the 236, came out,
Mm.
said, and that's on the 1 hour fib. So it came in and tested it and did nothing. That's all it did. It tested it and
so would you be taking any buys up to the zero or up?
not yet. Not until I don't know what I have to, we'll have to wait 10 minutes. No, we can wait 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes to kill.
Right, right.
We just
Okay,
watched
so
this.
you just saying if that 10 minutes, that candle closes above the 236 you looking, or above this zone that is sitting on or in or
Yep.
whatever, then you
Yep.
looking to buy to the zero or to the
Yeah.
extension maybe?
Yeah, I'd still be looking for, I may be looking for the buys to zero or to the extension. So if this becomes a doji candlestick, a doji is the same thing as what they call a morning star. It's
Yeah.
almost like
Changing
having a
direction.
morning star.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so what would have to happen is the next candlestick would have to, the full body of the candlestick would have to envelop this body and this body of those two candles. That's the only way that'll turn the market to continue going to the upside. So right now, that fair value gap is held at twice. And for it to be a good dead lock that's going to go through and hit, is we want price to break into the box and continue, at least, like I said, get down to the 50, might get an entry in there and bring it back up for the retest of the higher price.
236 to the
So
where
back
we
and retest.
retest to 236 or what?
Right. It could retest to 236. And see, look, we go down to the 5 minute and look at how the price is just really, there's our fair value gap. It's just saying, I don't like you guys, man. You don't, so there's too many buyers below. Right now, that fair value gap seems to be full of buyers.
Yeah.
And they're saying, no, we're not letting you through. But at some point, and I have a feeling it could happen,
Bust through. Keep
it could
on
push through.
holding.
But based on the structure of the momentum, we still have the bullish momentum
I thought
structure. So basically, this is our impulse. This is our crappy retracement. I hate use the word, but it's not a powerful enough retracement.
right.
No.
It's not a full retracement. And this is where my all-purpose fib comes in.
Your what?
My all-purpose fib. The one that
So this is not strong bearish then.
no, it's not strong bearish.
No.
So I will make this my main fib. So that's the structure of the 5 minute box.
Mm-hmm.
And so that 236, see how powerful that
Oh,
is?
yeah, it's right up in there. Yeah.
It is, look at that. It's turning price around. It's creating a morning star right now.
Yeah, Korean morning star, yeah.
Yeah. And that's a perfect morning star.
And then that's an
That's for a
indication to
buy
take
then,
it up.
right?
Yeah, it's
So
for a
my
buy.
buy, if I'm going to take a buy, I'd wait for
Mhm.
this candlestick to close.
Right.
See if it comes back and retraces. Take the entry at the 50 of this one. I take it here and then take it up at least to that level. And my stop loss just right around there. And just let it ride. Just let it ride.
Mm.
That's why I very seldom change I don't look for big swings. I don't look for big pushes. My babysit the 5 minute. I just play in the 5 minute. And so what I'm looking for is this candlestick to close above this drop base drop.
Base drop.
And then it turns into a flip zone, and we are done with that, and we're off to the upside. Yep.
And you
So
got to look
let me
forward to
understand something about your. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
When you said you do 3 trades on the same,
I'll set up 3 different trades, and a lot depends on which way I'm trading. If I'm trading my 1-2-3 strategy, I'm looking to play an impulse. So I'll show. Well, let me get a clean chart. I'll just pretty much show you how it is. It's very simple. It's not complicated. Remove 35 drawings on that one. We can hide my indicators.
Yeah, it's going up. So.
So it's going up.
Yep, it's going up. See, that's what I'm talking about. So I would have entered either at the top of that, either here or anywhere. So right now, this has become a flip zone because it's pushed through. So this is already a flip zone. We'll come back, retest it, and if it fails to keep pushing price up, we're good to go. But yeah,
And you take it to that.
I'd either take it to the high of this, the 52 box, the midpoint of the 52 box. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just, just a
Say that.
little
Oh,
You
right
got
there.
that other
right here.
drop
Look at
base
there.
drop up there.
We
You
hit
got
it.
that other
We
drop
hit it.
base
We came
drop
in.
up there.
We came in. We hit it, and then just take.
Yeah, the drop up there.
That's
Yeah.
a 1.5 to 1, and so now this next
So
candlestick
you gotta get
pushes
past that.
past that, then that's no good, you know. But
You
this
gotta get
big
past
wick,
what?
this big wick right here tells me a lot. That means there's so much buying pressure here
Yeah.
That would
that,
make me think it's going down.
yeah, you would think that it's going to continue going down, but it still didn't break. It broke below, broke and closed 2 candlesticks, but then this candlestick closed above the 50% of the 17 and kept going up. So I got in my entry. I'm at a 1.5 to 1 and with a 0.02 lot size or 0.01 lot size. I could take that trade. I'd be happy with that, you know.
Yeah.
And that's how I keep it simple. I don't really stress a lot of stuff. I don't sweat the small stuff. Um, even if so right now the biggest traffic jam is going to be right here.
Yeah.
So our next traffic jam is right here.
Oh,
Yeah. The drop
wouldn't
base
allow
drop.
you to get up to that 52.
Yeah.
So that's my traffic jam.
So when
So
you see your traffic jam, would you put your TP there, or when you say,
I could have done the TP there because that would have been a 1-to-1 trade. Look at that. 1-to-1 trade. I would have been happy with that.
mm-hmm,
I'd still be in profit. Even if I took it to here, put my stop loss at low of this here, I'm cool with that one. Still a 1-to-1 trade. However, see how price is trying to break through this body of this candlestick. And it's just really having a tough time getting there. We go. Now it's trying to get that momentum back to the downside. So if this one closes below these two bodies,
Uh-huh.
then we can continue back to we may still be looking for sells. Because this could have just been an impulse. Again, this is how we look at it. We got an impulse.
Oh, that's on the
Correction,
overhead because Texan ain't even doing
and an
that.
impulse.
Let's see.
And you can trade it like this. And again, this is where my fibs come in handy. Boom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you look at the 5 minute, you talk about the 1 hour, but
So
you can do
already
a
look
lot
at
of
that.
stuff
It
on the
came
5 minute.
back. It kissed the 618. There would have been my sell.
Yeah.
236. Look at that. Just that move
what did
alone.
you fib the 5 minutes?
Yeah,
I do.
it's a 5-minute
Yeah,
52 box. The 5-minute
yeah.
52 box. Mhm.
So
Oh,
it shows you a lot when you look at the 5 minute on the
Oh
52,
yeah,
but you see the structure, you know what I'm saying?
structure, and right now it's
oh,
stopped at the 236. And so even if I trade from the 50 to the 236, I still or the 618, take it down to the 236. That trade already played out. Oops, reverse this one rather, because that's what I was looking for. I've been looking for. So if I was playing it this way, because it is a sell fib, 618 down to 236, bada bing, bada boom. There's almost a 4-to-1 trade right there. Look at, and
And
now it's
mom is
getting
saying
momentum to
bearish.
push down below it hit the 236 again. Boom. So that's how important the fib is. You don't have to fib a lot. You don't have to go the whole hour. Look at how much we could have made just trading just from the 618 to the 236. Boom. We're done.
so
Scalp.
why don't we? So I'm just asking the question.
Don't
So
ask
why
me
don't
what
we
G
just
Money
fib
does.
the 5 minutes while we was on the 5 minutes opposed to the hour, and we trading on the 5 minute?
I have no idea. Well, I just know this is where I am.
Seems easier. It
That's
seems
more of a
simpler.
It's
scalping
easy
type.
for
That's
me.
more of a scalping type technique, though, right there. Where that there, right there, is called more scalping than it is
5 minute
intraday.
fib,
It's a five. You could call it a scalping technique.
Yeah, that's more
But
scalping.
5 minute
yeah,
fib.
scalping technique is anything from 5 to 1 minute is usually scalping.
Yeah, yeah.
So is that what we're doing? Because pretty much
That's
the
all I do.
clock system
So
is
I only set up
5 minutes.
trades like this. I just sit on a 5 minute. I look for my impulse correction impulse,
Yeah, that's what I like, Dan. It shows it very clearly, you know.
and I don't jump around from the hour to the 2 hour. I don't
Yeah, I
care about
like
all
that.
that
Yeah.
stuff. I don't care
So,
about that stuff as much. Pardon my French,
yeah,
but I don't.
Yeah.
man, I'm
It's
like you,
a
Dan.
G Money. This is his education on how to look for it if you do
Yeah,
if
he
you
just
do it.
Right.
educates.
Mine's
And he
education.
goes for
This
the
is how
longer. He goes for the, like he says, he goes for the longer pip for the longer count.
well,
With
he's a
scalping,
complete, right.
you just take out a few. Yeah.
But what's interesting is you can do this on any time frame.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah.
chose a 5 minute because for me,
That's quicker.
it's quicker.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You see what's happening and you in and you out. I like that too. Yeah.
And that's where I found my sweet spot was I get in, get out. I'm done for
Get
the
to the,
day.
yeah.
Monday, I was
So,
done for the week,
yeah.
last week. And today, if I jumped in the trades there, I would have made my week too. Uh,
Now, well,
You
just to
show me
answer my
where you
question
put
now,
that
when you
5 minute
do,
fib.
what's that?
How did you draw that 5 minute fib? I'm trying to see your one and your
So here's the 52 box on the 5 minute.
right.
Actually the 17 box.
Okay.
And this is the one I like. I'll stick with the 17 box because it's the quickest candlestick. Yeah.
Right.
So I drew it from my high to my low, which means it's bearish.
All the way to that bottom wick. So I don't
I could
understand.
have, I'm not, you're right. I didn't go down to the bottom one. My bad. But anyways, so yeah.
Okay.
So, and still, then I would have gotten at the 618, stop loss so around there and taking it down. I could, and take it to the zero. That's the 1, 2, 3 strategy on the 5 minute. So that would have been a 4.5 to 1 trade. It doesn't get prettier than that, you know.
Yeah. Are we in our has it hit our I'm not looking. Fair value gap yet? No, not yet.
The fair value gap is way.
Lower.
Where's our fair
Yeah,
value?
I see it.
You see it? I don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on
I'm
another chart,
staying
by the way.
on mine.
It's on this chart. This is my Atlanta chart. Where's my Atlanta chart?
Yeah, I'm on the way. It's below, but it's coming down.
Yeah, I'm gonna look how many charts I have. Which one am I on? Oh, here's my one. Here's my Atlanta chart. Where's the one with my fair value gaps? Was it this one? I can't remember which one I did with the fair value gaps.
So you just don't leave it on there to know.
I forgot what I forgot what I did. I switched
It-
charts too many times. I forgot which chart I was working with.
Mm,
Anyways, now I forgot. I'm glad I sent you a picture of it earlier today because I know what I did. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I just take a zone and I take either the 17 or 52. You could have done the 52 as well. There's the trend. It's bearish. Came
mm-hmm.
back at the 52 and came and hit the zero.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit the 236 fail, came back, tested the 50, went and hit the zero. So you could have placed the trade. This one would have been better as a trade. There would have been a little prettier. The zero, boom.
From the
That would
two.
have been a 6 to 1 trade, 6.5 to 1 trade.
Mm.
From the 50. And it doesn't have to be that complicated. So if we know the momentum is bearish, you just trade with momentum. That's all we did. And that's what G Money's always talking about. Mom
Yeah,
always
mom is telling you.
knows
Yeah,
best.
mom is telling you about it.
Mom will tell you
Look
about
for
it.
that.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
right now, mom's in charge, and she says we're still looking for cells. And already,
Got a
basically,
question.
yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to mess up your momentum though, because it's a little different.
You
But
can
I
mess up
was
my
trying
momentum.
to
What do you
see
want
if
me to
you
do?
could show me how you do that harmonic.
A harmonic pattern?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. First of all, let's find one. First of all, let's
I
find
hear
one.
you always talking about it, but I know the
Well,
W when I see it though.
here's a harmonic, but it's not a pretty harmonic.
So is it comes off of a W always?
It can be a W, it doesn't have to be a W.
Okay.
Because either, and this is so let's just get rid of, we don't need that fib anymore. So harmonic patterns are like, so here's we got this,
So you got a tool?
yeah, it's called the harmonic tool, yeah. And I'll draw your A, B, C, D. Now we want to either come back to the 71%. So we either want price to come back to this level where it's a 71 or 7.77, something like that. So if I had that fib, I look for price to come back, touch this area before it goes down further.
So you decide where the D is?
That's called, so it started a harmonic pattern, but it's not complete.
Okay.
It's not a complete harmonic pattern.
So that's you just maybe foreseeing that this is what you think
It could come up and do that. Right, which it could possibly do. So if I were to do that, I would take my entry from like down here to at least take profit at the B. And if that fails, then I'd wait and see what happens. This pattern may not play out. This pattern, it might not even become a. You know how many different harmonic patterns there are?
No.
Let me tell you, Miss Iris, are you with us still? I'm going to draw your favorite harmonic pattern.
Do
Miss Iris
you
pointed
have
one out to me
enter
that
on a ETM candle or no?
nope. So it's called the ABCD. Here's the A, B, C, and D. So now we'd be so it's basically charting out an N wave pattern. So now we'd be looking for it to come back and test C.
Mm-hmm.
And if it fails to do that, then we'd be looking for that other pattern to continue. So, or it can come down to D and make the D deeper. So that's two ways it could happen. So the D could even stretch out. So if we get another lower candlestick, it could come down to here. We don't know.
I guess this is to me now. Be careful what I ask for, because now this is taking me in a whole new different.
Right. But then again, like I said, it can be as simple or as hard as you want to make it.
No, I don't like difficult. Let me
So I like the one,
focus
two,
on
three
the 5
strategy.
minute.
Yeah, I like my 1, 2, 3 strategy. I play there's my high to low.
You
Entry
said
at the
1,
50.
2, 3 is what's one?
So the 1, 2, 3 pattern is find your high to low.
Okay.
So let's start from scratch.
Oh, the N wave. Okay.
Yeah, well, kind of. So we're looking for, where's my text? There we go. We want a high. To low.
Mm-hmm.
So that's step one. Step one is find your high to low. Come on, baby. Let me get my template because I have a template for this. Where's my 1, 2, 3 strategy? Boom, boom. So let me move this over. There's my one. So find your high and low. That's step one. Step two is fib it. So let's do that. That's our next pattern. So we're going to fib our high to low.
Mm-hmm.
Our entry at the 50 or 618 So I chose the 50 with my stop loss at the 618, and your take profits at the 0 or the negative 18. So I already hit the 0, so I got one TP1. And if I held on to the trade, if I didn't close it out entirely, I still have room for this to finish out. That's the 1, 2, 3 strategy.
Oh.
That's simple, not
Oh,
complicated.
that's your 1, 2, 3 strategy. Oh, I thought your 1, 2, 3 strategy was the candles.
Nope. And none. Well, you can do it on the
That's just
candles
what
too.
you did. You
You
just
can do
went
it
up
on the
higher,
candlestick
like
too.
you say to the 50 or to the 618. Have you seen, I know you can't say with all certainty, but does it more favor the 50 or the 618? 618, right?
Oh, 50 is 100% all the time will hit.
So you just would take drawdown if you do the 50 and it goes to the 618, you
I'm
just
cool.
take
Yeah.
okay.
No, actually, here's what I do actually do. So what I do is I put my stop loss at the 786. Then I'll have a second entry. So there's entry 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make a copy entry at 618. So what will happen is if the and move my stop loss back up to here and take profit back down to here. So this way, even if it did drawdown, I'll pick up this trade, add it to both trades. Now your stop loss is down here, so your stop loss is not as far.
Okay.
So you have a shorter stop loss,
Okay.
and then you just take it to profit.
Well,
So
that's
when it stopped you out at the first stop loss,
No, in this case, it won't stop me out at the first stop loss if it didn't happen. So in other words, it didn't come. So if my second trade never kicked in because it never got to the 618. And if
right.
I took
oh,
prop, my TP1 would have been the 0, TP2 would be the 18, and the 272 is TP3. So I would
Okay.
have 3.01 lot size trades set up.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes I'll stay with the 382, then the 50, and the 618. Very seldom will I go to 786, except during the New York session because it is so volatile. Like during the Asian session, London session, I found the 50 is perfectly fine for me with an acceptable stop loss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Two,
okay with
two
that.
above, right?
What?
Two above. Two fib levels above.
At least some G would say you go to the high or the extreme. But see where the 786, there's the candlestick right there. There's the
Yeah.
close right there.
yeah.
That's a very big level of support and resistance. So I can safely say that that would be a good stop loss because it has to get past that to really take you out. And
Yeah.
even if they both lose, I'm still cool with that because it didn't empty out my bank account.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not understanding why the first one didn't stop you out because it's slower. If it hits that, then your second one is there. Because the first one is at
Right,
the
that's the whole
0.5.
point. So here's what happens, and this is why this is important. So it hit the 50, that
Yeah.
one kicked in, took profit at the 0, and never came back to the 50 again yet. So if it comes back to the 50,
Limit.
I get in there. If it decides to go to 618, it enter two trades. So two trades would open up at 0.01, so it would be 0.02 lot size at that point. And the
So
stop
you're
loss,
setting that on, you're setting that though on your you don't do MT5, what do you do?
that's my enter stop loss. So I count my pips. So basically, we're talking about how many pips from here to here.
Do you preset these or is this just
I don't have any presets. All I do is what I do is I use the previous, I give myself a cushion of 1 or 2 um fib levels.
oh,
It's
okay, so
a
you're not
rule of thumb.
presetting, you're not
It's a rule of
presetting the
thumb.
take profit and anything in advance. You're just
No,
once it does it, then you go back in and you readjust your
exactly.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll measure my so I can measure the stop loss right there. So we're talking about 48 pips. Wow. I'm cool with that. It's under 50. I'm happy. So it's under 50 pips. So the 0.01 lot size is only going to put me out if you have $100 account, it's only 0.01, what, $10? If that. What is 0.01? $1. $1, I think. Yeah. Yeah, $1.
So if it stops you out at the 0.5 and it goes back up to the 618, you get back in again
Correct.
and then go
It
back,
won't
still keep
stop him
going.
out at the 0.5 because he got his stop
No,
at
no,
the
no, because these are sell fibs. These are sell positions. So I'm looking for price to come back and do one of these things. So I'm looking for price to come back, retest this level first, this level second, come back, and then come back down to here or here. That's what I'm looking for.
right. He won't be stopped out unless it
I
went
won't
back.
be stopped out unless it goes above this, unless it
Oh,
does
right, right,
above
right.
this.
Okay, right. My head. Okay, yeah, too much.
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
okay. Hey, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. That's how you learn, you know.
Too
Yeah.
much,
My
Really
mind, I'm
trying
just
to
looking at
learn
these
this
too,
lines.
too much
program.
walking, Miss Zelda.
That's all right.
I'm looking at these lines and I'm like, wait a minute.
So what I'll do is I'll get
And which
another.
Okay.
calculator you using to do your
Oh, mine is a rule of thumb. I don't use it anymore. My rule of thumb is if my account is under $500, I'm not trading anything more than a 0.01 lot size.
I
If
know
my
that's right.
account is $1,000 or a little bit higher than that, I might go to 0.02, but I'll never go above a 0.03, no matter how big my account is.
okay.
Oh, okay.
That's my
Okay.
rule of thumb.
Oh,
500 or less you do 0.01.
Right. Oh
A
yeah,
thousand you may do 0.02.
correct. And if you really want to find out what it is going to be,
wow.
click on your ETM, click on your ETM indicator. So you got $1,000, you're risking 1%, and we're gonna risk 48 pips.
What's this stop loss pip size pip? What is that?
What's that? Oh, stop loss pip size. Remember when I counted the number of
Oh,
pips from here to here?
oh,
That's 48 pips.
oh,
And so it's a 0.02 lot size.
okay. All right.
So
That's why I was
now if I,
confused with that. I'm like, what number do you put there? But now I see.
right. So now so say it's $100, it's gonna be $1. The 0.01 lot size is as small as you can go for 48 pips.
So you can't take that trade because the lot size is zero.
Well, if it's zero, you can trade the smallest lot size you can trade is a 0.01.
One, yeah.
Not 0.001.
No, unfortunately, no. Even at 50 pips. So that's what I'm saying. So $500, even $500 is a 0.01 lot size.
Right.
$1,000, 0.02. And now we're talking about maybe let's go 1,500, see what it does. 0.03. Okay. But I mean, that's how you can find out what you're gonna make. So it's $15 per pip that you'll make. So if you earn so how many pips did we earn on the first trade? All right, we took profit at zero, so we ended up getting how many bucks? 69 pips. So 69 times 15. Then we do the math.
Oh, dang. After all of this, you want us to use that brain like that?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Oh, hold on. I'll do
I
it.
got it. I got it. I'm messing with y'all.
69 times 15, 1,035.
Yep, there you go. $1,035. So you don't need a big lot size. You don't need a Lambo lot. 0.03 will get you quite a big distance. You know, once you get into numbers like in the thousands of dollars, then you can start talking about, like say all of a sudden you're up to 2,000. Not 200. It's even 200. Look at that. You can't, So 0.01 up until $500, 1,000, 0.02, and anything higher than that, 0.03. I think it was what, 1,500?
Yeah.
I think about $1,500, 0.03. So, but if you're not comfortable, your pebble's always going to 0.01.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you can risk 50%, I mean, half a percent. Can you go half a percent, not a whole percent, like 0.5%? Like you can,
0.05 or
yeah.
half, yes, you can. So if you do that, now you're going to be risking 2%.
Oh, wait, no. I'm talking, so you have one, half of one, yeah, no,
I
0.5.
know you're trying to get half a
Point,
percent,
somebody's 0.05. That
0.05.
0.05 is five
A point
cents.
zero five lot size would be 1.7,
Not 1 point,
one
is it?
point 7%, almost 2%. So you're risking almost 2% on a $1,500 account.
No. I want to risk not a whole percent. I want to risk a half a percent.
A 0.5%?
Account. It's like if you have $1,500, instead of me risking 1% of every trade, I want to
It's a point
half a
zero,
percent.
it's still a 0.03, I think. I won't do it. Anything lower than
That's what I was trying to
it
figure out.
won't do a
You
half a
never
percent.
do it.
It won't do a half a percent. All right.
Okay, because I was trying it and it never did 0.5.
Right. Yeah. It won't do a half a percent. So rule of thumb is just 0.01. If
Or
you got
one.
over $500, you can over 1,000, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
0.2,
500
0.02.
is 0.01. Let's see. Yeah, about 1,000. 1,000, you can go to 0.02. 1,500, 0.03. But trust me, $10, and we had 69 pips at $690 in one day's trade. That'd be glorious. But look what it's doing. So now we're talking about the harmonic pattern. All right. Now we're talking harmonics. And
Yeah.
this is what I love. So we got the low A. Whoops, run too far. So harmonic pattern. Here we go. Boom, boom,
Yeah, my
boom,
ETM bill is not.
boom. And come down to 786%.
Mm,
So we could come down to at least the 786 um to start looking for the sells again. And I'm ready. It came back and tested the 50. Look at that. It came back, tested the 50. And if it turns around now, our one trade's already been entered. Look at that. And we're in profit. You know.
yeah.
Now it's going to come back and test the 236 again. It's just going to keep playing with it until it decides what it's going to do.
Yeah, but sometimes you get the bias and it look like it's going, okay, it passed your level, you go in, and then it goes the other way.
Right, but that's why you have stop losses. And trust me, I'm not going to lose more than um 48 pips, 32 pips. So I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Right.
I'm not
That's
going to
why
lose
you
sleep
play
over
with the small lots, because if you don't, that
it.
$10
Until you
are
become
going
an
to be
expert,
$1,000.
until you become a professional trader and you're consistently profitable and want to take bigger risks and are willing to be able to part with
Yeah,
that money that you won. How many of us have gotten a trade, won our Lambo lot, and all of a sudden had to give it back to the market?
yeah. Maybe at that same trade, but
And it doesn't matter. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And what I learned is, so when I was playing poker, I'd walk away from the table when I had gotten a good win. I'd put away half of it
Yep.
in my pocket. I close up my thing, walk away for a bit, leave a little tip for the. That's how I got my trip to Thailand.
Oh,
Three
wow.
card poker, Harris Casino.
That help you with your trading thing now, huh?
Yep. So
Good.
I started with $100. I made $600 profit, and so I walked away with 800, $700, $750 in one. I'll believe it or not, $450 in one hand. I won. It was the prettiest hand I ever saw. And that's when I walked away. It was too
Can I
good to
ask
be
you a
true.
question
Go ahead.
before you end this whole thing? Because I don't know how long you stay on. Uh, I was looking at something before when you was talking about how do you pick your weekly candle, and if you could
There's
look
two ways you can
back
do it.
at the weekly candle for me, because
Sure, sure. I can do that for you.
I was looking at it and
Let me give you a screenshot of this. So you guys can all have a picture of this image with 1, 2, 3 strategy in it. So I make sure you guys get a picture of that. And I'll also put that in the Discord.
You
You know,
recorded this, right?
yes, I am.
Yeah, I gotta look again.
All right, so that's there. And the weekly candlestick, how to do it. All right, it's very simple. Let's
yeah,
go to a clean
that was
chart.
the issue with picking
All
this
right, here's a clean.
candlestick.
Okay, you said chart view. Go to the weekly candlestick. Let me get rid of these drawings. Remove drawings. So here's our weekly candlestick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'm still banking on is this big swing up. But here's our previous weekly candlestick. All you do is take it's called the horizontal ray,
Mm-hmm.
half a line. Just click the top of the candlestick and you just mark it. I have a template for previous weekly high.
Right, I understand that. That's not my
Right.
question. My question is, you picked that one opposed to the longer one. Like I was looking at your recording on the 25th.
Oh,
How
that's
y'all picked
because this candlestick never played out. Yeah,
huh? Because
that's
this
because
one
the
is
candlestick.
longer,
Yeah.
the one
So
before it.
here's so what I did, and I'm still thinking of doing it. These three candlesticks are
Mm,
very powerful.
mm,
This is what I fit. Fib this impulse. This is what I'm trading off of. This is what I believe the fib should look like. This is what I look at. That's why I said G Money and I, we look at it similarly, but differently. So here we have the impulse from here to here. I'll change it to my weekly fib because it's a weekly candlestick. I'll move it off to the right there. So I'm doing this impulse, these three
Are you
candlesticks.
doing all of them, not just one?
Well, that's one way to do it. This is the way I did it on the last call that I did because we never came back and tested the 236. We never came back and tested any of these levels below. So I'm saying that there's plenty of time between now and the end of the year that we can come back and retest some of these levels or skip all that, hit the extensions, and then come back down. So here's two ways I see this playing out. If this bullish run continues, we can continue it up to here, come back and retest either this level or this level or any of these levels, and then take it to, because I'm looking for 4,000 as our all-time high. I see it. I've heard it said in the news. I've heard it said on different forums and different places. People are looking for gold to hit 4,000. So if that's the case, it's just like when we hit $3,000 to begin with. Remember when it was a big wow? Can you believe we hit 3,000? But somebody said it. It was a bank. It says, oh yeah, gold is going to go up to 3,000. Boom. So what happened is those banks put out rumors like that. So they know that people are going to keep buying gold and then all of a sudden sell it. Well, that's what the bank does. What we do is we buy it all the way up. They're
Yeah.
looking for they're selling. They've hey, we'll sell you this. All right, no problem. So they got big sell orders on gold. So
So
they
I see your fib. So when you mark the past weekly high, low, and open, you use all of these, or you just pick
no,
one?
it all depends. This week I'm not going to. So here's our current week. G Money and I are both looking at this last candlestick.
Okay, that's the one I did do, but
This is the one I marked up earlier.
yeah.
So this is the one I went from, and I like it because of two things. One, we did get a little retracement on this candlestick, but not by much. We still didn't get where I wanted it to go, but that's okay. I'm not going to cry over it.
Mm,
But the beautiful thing is, now you bring it down to this level. Look at this. Now our extensions it didn't quite hit the negatives is 1.8. And that to me screams volumes. So this one candlestick still has not played out. So if you look at the impulse correction impulse, we do have an impulse.
mm,
Came back and hit the 50. Look at that. Hit the
mhm,
50 and hit the 0. So the 1, 2, 3 strategy, well, just imagine if you caught this trade
mhm.
from 50 to
To the
the
extension.
0. Just the 50 to the 0.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. We're talking about, yeah, 490 pips at $10 a pip. That's 4960
Mm,
$4,960. That's a whole month's income for some people.
yeah.
Just think about it. So each candlestick is an impulse correction impulse. So this candlestick still hasn't quite hit the negative 18. So we're going to use this horizontal line as a target and see if it hits. How close did we hit it? And we're close. We just barely hit it.
Mm,
So we have time to come back, retest this blue line, which is basically the 0, and then continue up to hit the extensions. That can happen. So now we go down to the daily and see what we're looking at. Look at this. We could even fit this one whole candlestick and done the same type of maneuver. That's where it gets interesting. Here you go. We got one more candlestick. Boom, boom, boom. There's boom. Didn't even come back and test the 236. The 1, 2, 3 strategy can work with any candlestick on any time frame. Doesn't matter. I prefer the 5 minute because I'm not patient enough to wait a month.
yeah.
I know
So,
that's right.
yeah, right. And if you
Yeah.
look at it, and if you really look at it, we go down to the 4 hour time frame. Let's get rid of this little fib. Go down to the 4 hour time frame, which is what G Money goes to next. And there's our fib for the weekly candlestick.
Right.
Um, where's my fib at? No, there's my fib. Here you are. Come on, fib. There you are. So there's the fib for is that the right?
And you
Oh,
say just press the control so it don't, oh, it does move.
oh yeah, I'm just grabbing the corner. So then what I do is once I get these two little dots, I can just slide it over closer to their price. So we've got this. We went above the 0, came back, retested the 0 on the 4 hour, and now we're starting to get that push up. And that could take us to the negative 18.
Mm,
situation. So yeah.
but that's
So
a
I'm
long
waiting for
time,
one of those two moves.
right? Because it's still got 2 hours in that
2 hours and 24 minutes, and I'm not going to hang around for it.
one, right? No,
But what I'm going
my
to,
brain is full now.
mine too. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put this chart. Let's get rid of
I,
this.
I was always trying to catch your classes, but I be
That's
falling.
okay.
I
No worries.
be falling asleep. But when I fall asleep, I don't get to ask my questions.
It's all right. I'm glad you stayed awake for this one. So it's all fun stuff. And like I said, we can make this as hard or simple as we want. And I prefer, and look at how I caught this 4 hour impulse. Here's the correction, came back, hit the 618. Look at that. Doesn't matter. It does come back and eventually we'll hit the levels we want. And if I had taken entry here to 618 into 50 into 382, and even if I took all three to the zero, yeah, I'm done for the month. you know, done
Yeah,
for the month. It can be that simple. And I'm not greedy. I'm okay if it just goes to zero.
yeah.
I'm
You
not a
find
greedy.
your ETM candles for entries, you looking more on the 1 hour or the 5 minute?
I have not used an ETM candlestick for an entry yet,
Not now, but I mean, if
but I would look for like this 4 hour rally-based
oh,
rally here.
on the 4 hour, not down on the 5 minute.
Oh, I can do that too, but on the 5 minute, I can do
Like,
that
'cause
as
you
well.
trade the 5 minute. So when you looking for your ETM candle to see like where you're gonna enter your trade, what time frame do you pretty much look at that ETM?
Oh, I have my fib on the 5 minute. Remember I told you I fib my
17
low to
box,
high?
the 17, the 52 box or the 17 box?
I'll fib the whole. It depends. In this case, I'd be going the 52 down.
Okay.
I'd be looking for that for my bearish trend.
Mm-hmm.
If I could spell bearish, that'd be great. I didn't spell it right, but that's okay.
Okay.
But so that'd be a candle. That'd be a one I could use as well. So I already come back, and now see how it's coming back to test the 618
Mm.
past the 50. So now my next entry at the 618
To come back down.
to come back down. So if I do adjust anything, so sometimes I'll start with my stop loss at the high, which
Mm-hmm.
would be this at 36.89. And even though it's far, and then once it makes its correction, and if it does make a correction, because this is going to be the first level of resistance, it's going to be right here.
Right.
And I'm also looking for that harmonic pattern to form. So
Yeah.
I might even put a pebble drop at 786.
But you wouldn't mark up an ETM candle now before to help you decide where you're going to get in.
Nope, I'm using support and resistance is all I'm using.
Oh.
I'm not using ETM candlesticks for that. I see a break of structure here, which is basically, if you look at it, our break of structure is right here. This candlestick is our break of structure, which is right at the 618. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
There's our
Look for
ETM
just some
supply
verification.
zone. That's 1 5 minute. Oops, 5 minute Bosque break of structure candle. That would be my first level of resistance right there. So the 618 would be, so here we are, we're coming to test it now. And if it goes deeper than that, then I know we're going to create that harmonic pattern that I was talking about before
At that 786.
at the 786, and then continue with the sell to the 50 again. And if that holds and turns around, then I'd be looking for higher highs.
Mm.
Because right now we got this momentum is starting to become more bearish or bullish.
Even though it's saying bearish.
Even though the momentum's saying
Oh,
bearish,
because it ran out of time?
No, because here's the thing. Here's where what's interesting. See how it's making higher highs here?
Yeah.
As it passes this bottom wick down here, this will slide up and the midpoint will come up to here somewhere.
Mm.
So either two things are going to happen.
It's going to eventually turn bullish.
Yes. And if you go down to the 2 minute, it's bullish momentum. See that? It's just the opposite.
Mm.
And eventually, on the 5 minute, momentum will catch up to the 2 minute. Eventually. It may take a while.
Okay, so okay.
But there, see how it tried to hit that turnaround for the break of structure, failed. Now it's making a break of structure going the other way. So it didn't quite hit the
Wait, did
618.
it hit the 618?
It didn't quite
That's
hit the
what I'm
6.
saying.
It didn't hit it. But that's why I said the 50 is always my safe zone. I can
Okay.
always count on my 50.
And then the 618 would have just been your drawdown or the 786.
No. 618 would have been another entry. My stop loss would have been at the right about just below the 786. So just
Below
above
it? Oh,
it rather. Above it. Look where the 236 is sitting, right on this line here, which is part of the one of the
is that
5 minute
zero
candlestick
rates?
the four yeah, see yeah, the 400 levels and the 450 380s or whatever he did with the I can't remember what these numbers are, but again that 236 is a very important number. If it fails to do that and break below that and continue going down, we never got this close below it, this black line,
Mm,
23% of the full swing. So that's what's keeping price up right now is this black line right here.
okay.
Nothing has really gone below it. It's wicked below it, but never really got full candlestick below it. And it continued down. So as long as
Trade
this
gold?
midpoint on the 52 is this high above the 23, I'm still holding off and waiting for either to break this break of structure candlestick to go higher or get below this 23 line to go lower.
Mm,
So yeah, and it's where patience comes in. Like I said, I like the 50 entry every time. It never fails me. It has not failed me yet, especially on the 5 minute. It's always been pretty reliable, especially during the New York session. I just go
yeah.
with it. Yeah.
Do you pretty much just trade gold?
I am getting away from trading gold.
What?
I trade it once in a while, but it's not my favorite pair.
Oh, what's your pair?
My favorite pair is UJ, GJ, the AU, EU, and NZDU. Any of the currency pairs, because they're more reliable. The volatility is not as high as gold is. So I know they'll trade a little slower, especially like the Euro USD trades a lot slower.
They pay the same? No, it
Pays the
don't.
same exact penny. And if you really want to play an interesting pair, UCHIF is good, the US dollar versus the franc, because you get a little more bang for your buck, because that's about $12 a pip.
So what is that? USD what?
The franc, the Swiss franc,
Oh,
the franc, whatever it is, the CHF, I can't
okay.
remember. USD CHF. Here we go. Let me get it. I know
Okay.
I got it here somewhere here. There it is, USD CHF. There we go. Look at that. So USD CHF, there's the same thing. So if I put on my pip calculator, which I will do from time to time, it will pay out. There you go.
Pip value? By who?
Yep. Who is it by? The pip value. Pip value is by FX 365 underscore Thailand.
Uh,
So for
okay.
every 1 pip, it
Okay.
pays out $12.61 per standard lot size. Where US dollar is always 10, anything USD is always $10.
$10.
And like GJ and UJ is always like 68.5. The cheap the UJ any J pair.
How about EUR?
You what?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same $10. Same as gold.
Okay.
Same as gold. So you didn't trade any of these. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the GU, man. Oh my goodness gosh. You know, you can trade any pair on the planet. If you really want a good relational pairs to trade, the currency pairs are more consistent,
Reliable, like if they go against the
very
dollar,
reliable.
with the dollar.
Right. There's
Yeah,
no
'cause gold have
divergence.
its own brain.
Right. Gold has its own mind. And that's when thank God I'd been at the hospital last half the last week because um, I couldn't stand looking at the market. I go, whew, I'm glad I got my training on Monday and walked away,
Do you trade Fridays?
No, Friday I was at I was in court on Friday. I
Oh,
could
no, not Friday. I remember you say you don't trade Mondays. Do you trade Fridays?
um if I'm available to trade, yes. Yeah, if I'm available to trade any day. But like I said, I spent a lot of time in and out of hospital this last week. This week coming up, I'll be in and out on Wednesday and Thursday. And then in about a month or so, I'll be starting radiation therapy. I probably will hardly be on.
Oh, you try what?
Yeah, I got cancer.
Oh no.
It started out as prostate cancer and it's spread beyond the prostate, so we just don't know
You have
how
the
far.
surgery?
What's that?
Did you have the surgery?
I had the surgery already. Let me stop the recording.